Hi guys, welcome to our channel. We are back with Alice in Wonderland Part 2.
Yes.
So we're excited to show you guys what we've been doing and take a look.
Hey guys, we wanted to kind of start in 2D world, 2-dimension, and move into 3 dimensions. So I married David's vision with my thoughts and drew Alice and the rabbit and the doorknob on insulation foam. You can get it by 8 foot by 4 foot sections at Lowe's. This is 1/2 inch thick. Then I painted with acrylic paint and then cut them out. If you can see Alice, I just made her a simple old-fashioned paper doll base. Cut your notches and stick it together. But then if you see the door, I left I don't even know what that is, some type of finial that I found in the shop, and used that as the golden doorknob so it starts to turn 3-dimension. You can use just your regular acrylic paints. Be careful with your styrofoam because your pencil will go through. And then if you'll notice on Rabbit, I just took a little $1 clock and turned it into his watch, so he has a 3D dimension. And everything is, of course, on our hedge wall. And when you enter the next world, it turns everything's 3-dimension.
Now that we've got part of our scene done for our Alice in Wonderland set, we're going to use our tree braces that we've got over here. And I need lots of foliages hanging, coming around all the sides of this to really kind of make this the gardenscape that we're trying to create. And we're going to get started with that on a ladder. I came out of my sweater. It was warm.
So tell us a little bit about the teacups and the table.
Well, teacups, I think, to me personally, hold a special meaning in everybody's heart because, you know, everybody went to Walt Disney World and rode teacups, right? I mean, I think so.
Yes.
And everybody remembers that crazy feeling of spinning around the teacups, and you know that's supposed to be this really crazy part of this story where everything's kind of being, you know, to me it makes me think of food fights and just, you know, cups and saucers spinning and tea and cakes being poured from every direction and thrown in every direction. So that's kind of what we tried to embody here.
I'm ready. All of you.
Hey guys, we're going to show you how we concocted Alice. I don't know what the word is, but we constructed her just by trial and error. So we want the look of Alice coming through the ceiling, falling down the rabbit holes. If you haven't seen Alice in Wonderland, might need to do a little research. But she goes into her dreamland, and the way we're predicting it, or the way I am, is she's going to go from 2-dimensional in other areas of the store where she's just cartoons, and her and the rabbit have elements that are 3D, but they themselves are 2-dimensional. Then when she falls through the rabbit hole and you come into this section of the store at the tea party, everybody is 3-dimensional. The Mad Hatter, the rabbit, you get to play Alice and sit in her chair. And so we only have part of Alice showing. So I have her coming from the ceiling. Our ceilings are black, so I just made a little hole that's going to be covered in ribbon and different things in just a moment, hopefully by this afternoon. I bought tablecloths. in Alice's colors. I wrinkled it up. I wanted her to look disheveled. Used the tablecloth as her petticoat. Bought some little girl tights and shoes. And stuffed them with masking tape and paper to make them look like legs. Now to attach them, I had to get really creative. So I can't get to it, so I'm just going to tell you. I used a piece of floral styrofoam and wrapped a pool noodle around it. I also secured a piece of styrofoam to her hips, and the pool noodles became her hips. And that's what I attached everything to make her legs. But I just wrapped the tablecloth around because it was 50 cents to make it look like a petticoat, because you don't want people to be able to see up her dress. That's not very polite. But she is going to be falling through the ceiling. So just remember, if you make the top out of styrofoam, I just put screws and nails there to make sure that the wire doesn't pull through when you attach it. And I secured and glued those in place. I also have washers glued in places where I'm going to attach the wire to the ceiling so your wire doesn't pull through your styrofoam. So make sure you're thinking through things, because when things hang, they hang about double the weight, if not sometimes triple. She's not very heavy, but it will be pulling on this and could pull through. So good luck making your Alice. Okay, I wanted the book to hang like this, so I masked it out with glue. So you can do it however you would like to. This is the way I made it work. I'm going to try to get it to hang where it's hanging like this and people don't see all the ugly glue. That's the goal. I also have this little book that's going to hang like this, so it's falling through the rabbit hole. We have a couple of teacups. We have a cupcake because that's going to be on the table. And then I also made a little watch like Rabbit's watch is falling through. And we'll add a couple of flowers. I have a little frame. I took the mirror out because if I drop it, it's not good luck. Just to kind of give it a little shine on the inside, just so we have some movement in our rabbit hole.
You want to talk about your progress?
No. It's a slow process. And probably be better if you hung your stuff first, but it's easier to hang her because she's bigger. So you just have to take your time and get around your stuff. And now I'm putting ribbon in to make it look like movement. Like she's swirling, falling.
I mean, basically we're trying to make Alice look like she's coming down the rabbit hole. She's falling through her dreams, and we're trying to make that look like kind of realistic. There you go. No CGI, old-fashioned props.
What about the table and the greenery and the flowers and the things that you worked into the table? The cake has some greenery around it. What are some of the products that you use to make that happen?
Well, basically, this for me was just something I've always wanted to try, which was making people and characters out of floral, because for me it's all floral background. Everything I see in flowers and greenery and various different things. I see them in mushrooms and pods and flowers and ferns. So it was really something I wanted to try. The table is just an old table that we had at our house that a storm broke. It was an outdoor table that had a glass top, and the umbrella that was in the table got thrown through it or something, and it broke our glass. So we held on to it, and it's seen better days, but we repurposed it and tried to make something unusual out of it. And it's got magnolia leaves as kind of a border, almost like a tablecloth, and it has preserved Spanish moss in between that, and then we have an artificial moss that we use for different things inside of that. And then we just added layers of different flowers because we want it to be colorful and fun and very springy and very whimsical.
And you added magnolia leaves to the Mad Hatter, to his coat. and different parts of his hat. His
Yes.
face is supposed to look like concrete. Is that correct? Like he's a
Yes.
statue.
So the idea was a little bit like if we sold fresh flowers, plants, that kind of thing, maybe one day. Jennifer lets me. But basically, we wanted to do it as if it was something that was growing. Like if we made a form, a garden form out of chicken wire or something, we'd want like a stone face sculpture or something that we'd attach to that, and everything else would be floral. Everything's moss or magnolia or various types of button leaves and things like that.